Little confessions scattered in ink, tiny admissions, I'm braver than I think.
Okay, so today I wanted to share a topic of journaling, and today I'm gonna advocate for journaling. I am. I'm a proud journaler, and I feel like in this world there is a lot of people looking for solutions to their problems, and I feel like naturally I like to problem solve. I naturally like to confront my problems, and naturally after that I've somehow found an answer. Like, my brain is super invested in problem solving. I just feel like finding an answer to a problem is something like that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel relieved. It gives you like a good buzz. So for me, if you could give anyone a gift, wouldn't you want to give them the answer to a problem that they've been struggling with? So my objective is basically to share some answers to a problem that a lot of people have. So I've noticed in society that I do a lot of reflection, a lot of thinking, a lot of deep thinking, a lot of how do we fix certain problems. And one of our problems, I think, as humanity is that we have lost our value system. I feel like a lot of people, maybe not due to our fault, but maybe we weren't taught values. My personal belief is someone that came to teach us values was Jesus. He came down from the heavens or the spirit realm or wherever he was. And he came to teach humanity how to have more values and respect one another and love one another. And I think that's very inspiring. I've been thinking about as a leader, what if you had such a powerful platform and such a big impact, what would you project to the world? What would you give them? What would you, if you could change the world on a large scale, what would you want to do? What do you think the problem is, and what do you think the solution to that is? I feel like a leader should be a problem solver, because that's just a trait I personally believe leadership should have. So I feel like Jesus was, reflecting on him and feel like that he came to teach us values, That's just my personal example. There could be a personal example that you felt in history that came to teach us values. This is just my own influences in my personal life. And when I was going to church, I felt on a base level, religion is there to try and teach us values. It's there to teach us how to respect one another, how to love one another. And I feel like Jesus' mission or his legacy is still trying to do that. I don't believe that as a human race that we have mastered his skills, his teachings. I feel like we are still students learning what Jesus came to teach us. But anyways, what I wanted to get to was basically the solution to a problem. So personally, I have emotions. I get angry at people. I get annoyed. I'm very extroverted. I get thrills talking to people and having human experiences and having conversations and interactions with people. But sometimes people can make me feel horrible about myself, and sometimes people can make me feel things that I'm gosh, this person really needs a prayer right now. Or not, this person needs some healing, Or I'm a human. I have my conflicts. So anyways, I was journaling, and I was thinking how can humans change? you know, sometimes we need like a practical step to say like, okay, how do we change? And I'm a person that's very gentle, so I don't believe in like corporal punishment. You know, like a lot of people get frustrated and feel like, you know, this world needs to be, there needs to be more consequences, there needs to be more responsibility, there needs to be more accountability. And although I am an advocate for all those things, I believe that the world does need those things. I believe the implementation of those things does not need to be traumatic for everyone. Like, I am not a mother, okay? I don't have mothering experience, but personally, I would not... I would find different ways to teach my child things that I need to communicate to it in a gentle way. I know I'm probably that gentle parent. Gentle parenting. I don't know if it's maybe that's my style. Maybe that's not your style. Let's just respect one another. Okay, so it's just not my way. So I was basically reflecting, and I was like, what is a practical way that someone could actually change? You know, like, you can't get everyone to change, but there are people that are sitting out there and saying, I want to change, I just don't know the step to take that change. And here I am advocating for journaling. I was talking to ChatGPT, and I was saying to Chat that, you know, like, a big way that people can change is through reflection. I personally do a lot of reflections. I enjoy the process. I'm a very deep person. I love deep thinking. And I feel like, I said to Chat, I was like, you know, Chat, like, you can't make everyone journal. I'm not going to sit like here like a teacher and say, you know, everyone needs to journal. Because it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. But if you're out there and you're looking and you're like, I want to become a better person, you know, or I want the world to be a better place, like, where do I start? And I personally feel like one solution is journaling. I probably said that like a few times just to get it in your brain, like journaling. You're gonna probably like hear my voice in your mind like during the day, like, why do I keep thinking about journaling? It's because I'm repeating it until it's in your brain. Yeah, anyways, so that's my story for today, and that is what I would suggest. If I could suggest anything to help you be a better person, to help let you be guided to making the world a better place, I think it personally starts with you. I was looking into like different Miss South Africas, and the Miss South Africa that I gravitated towards was, I think her name was Shandu. I can't say her full name. Shandu. And she was like, when I was doing research on her, she was like a healing queen. And her motto was healing is leadership. And I thought that was super powerful. Like, honestly, like most people, there's sayings of what people think leadership should be. We all have our own theories of what a leader should be. But I resonated deeply with that. Like, healing is a leadership. And basically saying that, like, it starts with you. You know, it starts with you doing your own healing. It starts with you reflecting. So I hope that today, if you want to make a change and want to make an impact, that even just for your own growth and self-improvement, like, even just for a month, buy a journal and dedicate at least 10 minutes to journaling. Okay, thank you. Love you lots.
Reflection is where values breathe, where I can finally hear me speak on these